Hello, subscribers. This is yours truly, JBlue68, coming to you with my next unboxing video. Before we get into this video, I want to say thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, for liking, sharing, and commenting. Please continue to do so, and tap the notification bell so you can get more videos like this as I post them immediately. Well, I have a lot to say about this. A lot to say in this video and about this particular find. I'm kind of late to the game here with this particular find. This has been out for quite some time now. This is the Wakanda Forever, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, not Shuri, excuse me, General Okoye. We're going to talk about Shuri too briefly in a moment. But General Okoye, 1/6 scale, or what's also known as 12-inch collectible figure. This has been out for some time, and I seen it back at the beginning of the year when Black Panther Wakanda Forever first premiered. There was Black Panther merchandise every freaking where. And I seen this at Target on the shelf. I thought it was very well done when I seen it. And as I mentioned, Shuri, they had Shuri and what's her name, Nakia, in this line. But the other two figures kind of look very Barbie dollish like. No offense to Barbie fans, and I actually seen the Barbie movie, which I enjoyed. But, you know, Barbie dolls are mainly for, you know, ages, 3 on up, for little girls. So I didn't really think this would be something that I would buy. And I was buying a whole lot of other Black Panther paraphernalia, including this right here, which I've showed before. What is this? This warmer here. And I have a lot of other Black Panther stuff that I purchased. But I wasn't really interested in getting this, but I seen it in Target over the weekend. And it normally retails for $30. They had it on sale for $14 as they're trying to get rid of a lot of stuff. But I don't buy stuff, you know, just because, you know, if it looks a certain way and it's appealing to me, I'll buy it. As I said, this kind of had a lot of these from this line, the figures from this line, and I think they only released 3. As I said, this one, Nakia, and Shuri. They had the Barbie dollish type look to it, but this is awesome. I really took a look at it before I bought it. You know, to make sure I'm making the right decision, you know, in terms of what I wanted to purchase. This thing is freaking awesome. And before we unbox it, I want you to take a look at the box itself. It's made by a company called World of EPI. They're Florida-based, I believe, but the figure itself was actually made in China. But it's from their, what is it called? The Fierce collection or something like that. The Fresh Fierce collection. You can see at the top of the box there. You kind of get that glare out of there with the written in gold, a gold print. And then here's the bottom of the box here, which says Wakanda Forever. Excuse me, Marvel Studios Wakanda Forever. And it also has the Avengers symbol. The box itself is awesome. The box is a collectible itself. It reminds me of how the boxes look for, was it Sideshow? Sideshow has these similar designs. It doesn't look cheap, and $30 is not a lot of money. I also want to say too, while I'm showing this, I have an injury on my hand. Please excuse my ugly hand. So if you happen to notice it, you've probably seen it in some other videos, previous videos too. But anyway, here's the top of the box. And what I like about it is if you don't want to unbox it, as I've said with some previous collectibles that I had, you don't have to because of the you know, the window type box. The blister is made in a way that if you don't want to box it, you can keep it in here. But we're going to take her out. But look at that, man. That is absolutely gorgeous. I love the silver emblem of the Black Panther, and then the gold writing of the Wakandan hieroglyphs right here. If you can see that, you know, they could have just packaged this thing any old kind of sloppy way because the price, $30 is really not a lot of money. But look at this. This is done in a magnificent way as far as I'm concerned. And then it has the words on the back here, or the description of the character. Again, I got a lot of glare going on there. Okay, there we go. The general of the Dora Milaje and leader of Wakanda's armies, OKOYE, is the nation's fiercest warrior. However, she will be challenged like never before when she battles both a foe beyond her strength and the very traditions of Wakanda itself. And that's a very, very nice rendering of actress Denaya Gura. You know, I always have a hard time pronouncing your last name. There's a side right there of the box. Look at that, man. I'm keeping this box. The box is freaking awesome. You know, and as I said, you know, it reminds me of a lot of Sideshow stuff. You know, Sideshow has really nice boxes with their collectibles. And the boxes, again, are collectibles themselves with similar designs. This thing, as far as I'm concerned, could have probably cost a little bit more money based off of that alone. And again, I found it at Target for $14.99. It came up to about $15, some odd dollars with taxes. I want to be really careful with the boxes again, and I want to keep the box. Yeah, and then if you have not heard, and you can check it out in the community section of my channel here. I have a community post, a community section where I post a lot of information pertaining to, you know, collectibles, movies, all the stuff that we enjoy in this particular world of science fiction, superheroes, comic books, and whatnot. I have a couple of posts, but what I was going to say is in the community section of my channel, please check it out. There's mention of a new animated series that's supposed to come out based off of these characters, the Wakandan characters, and it was just announced last week, called Eyes of Wakanda. It's supposed to be an animated series of some sort, and I believe it's going to preview sometime next year, 2024. Of course, we know we're getting we're not getting a whole lot of Marvel projects next year. Partly due to the writers' strike and the actors' strike, and then a whole lot of other things, you know, that have set Marvel back. But that was announced that we're going to be getting that series, and I'm very excited for it. It's called, again, Eyes of Wakanda, and it's an animated series. Going to be an animated series. We'll be getting that along with the X-Men 97. I think we're supposed to get Peter Parker freshman year, and some other series. I think, what is it going to be called? Let me take a look at my notes here. Yeah, X-Men 97 and Peter Parker. Yeah, that's it. And Peter Parker freshman year. Then this comes with a little a card here talking about the character, talking about the company, and Fresh Fierce Collectibles. Right here, what does it say? And it talks about, it's a certificate of authenticity. The Fresh Fierce collection, OKOYE doll, was created through the collaborative efforts of artists at Marvel Studios and the World of EPI Company. This special edition collectible doll was released in 2022. It has been consciously designed to embody the very essence of the elite female Wakanda warrior. The doll features an authentic fighter pilot helmet, tattoo replica battle weapon, a vibranium spear, and detailed fashions inspired by intricate costumes in the film. Wow, that is really cool. So there it is right there. That's what I just read. So there's your certificate of authenticity. It says she comes with a battle helmet. I don't see the helmet. Or maybe that, okay, that's probably what that is on her head. I thought it was her hair because Okoye, of course, has short hair in the tradition of the Wakandan of the Dora Milaje and the Wakandan warriors or the women warriors. Let's get these off of here so we can get her out of this bubble wrap. I want to be very careful. I don't want to do any damage to this. This is freaking awesome. It's beautiful. And one of the things I want to say is, again, I mentioned Sideshow Collectibles. And, I hope this doesn't sound like I'm bitching about what I'm about to say here. Oh, she still has another one of these plastic thingies around her neck. There we go. Wow. But, a lot of collectors like to brag about how much money they spend on, collectibles. Look at the inside of that, too. It has the Black Panther symbol and the side of the box. Man, this freaking thing is, again, it's beautiful. Beautiful as far as I'm concerned. But they like to brag about, how much money they spend on this on a collectible. Namely statues, buying a $400 or $500 statue, or even cheaper price, probably about $150. I mean, that's cheap to some, but not that's cheap to some, but not cheap to most. But I have statues in my collection, that are like $150. I mean, $100, $200, $300 in my collection. But we assume, things that, that are cheaper are not necessarily quality. This is quality. This is quality. It really is. I mean, and I love that new toy smell. I mean, I'm looking at this thing, man. And again, this could be compared to some Sideshow stuff, Hot Toys. The only difference is that, her neck brace, the amulets, the waistbands, all her armor is made out of plastic. If this was a Hot Toy, or either something from 3.0, they would be made out of probably die-cast metal. But still, this is sculpted beautifully, and probably the spear would be made out of metal too. But nonetheless, they gave this, this is not, soft goods. This is actually cloth, man. Look, this is awesome. I mean, the coloring on it, the staining on it, and her waistband. This is highly, highly detailed. This should cost more than $30. I'm glad it didn't. And not only that, I'm glad I found it on sale. And then these right here, these right here, these what are these? These tie strings for her waistband, and for her right here, this her skirt. And this right here is actually made out of some kind of soft goods right here. This is some kind of soft goods something. This right here, soft good plastic. This thing is freaking awesome. The boots and everything. Look at that, man. And let's put her face up close to the camera there. If you can see that. The eyes are not necessarily the best design. They kind of look a little Barbie-ish. But I love it. I love it. See the top of her head there? You can see that? That is just a really, really good rendering of her, man. I was reluctant to buy it at first, because I said, the Barbie doll type, style that it had to it. But no, man, this is probably the best one of the line. I seen IKEA and I seen Shuri, and I thought that they were they were okay. I only wish they gave her a stand to stand her on. And then I also brought out the Black Panther, which is also 1/6 scale, to see if it's actually to scale with this figure. And I believe it is. Let's get her to stand back up here. This here, this was gifted to me the Black Panther. This is actually from a company called Crazy Toys, and it's 1/6 scale. I've had this for some time. I'm not sure if I've ever showed it before, but I've had this for some time. But look at this. Both of these are actually to scale with each other in terms of size. I'm going to kind of lean her against him so she can stand up. Dig that. Dig that. That is very, very cool. But this Black Panther here, this is from a different company. As I said, the name of the company is called Crazy Toys. You probably heard of them. They're not very popular, I don't think. But I think they're very popular on eBay. Okay, let's just lower the camera tad so you can see that. And that looks nice. They look very nice together, man. That looks nice together. So you have the Dora Milaje protecting her king. Although the Black Panther, of course, doesn't need much protection. But again, I just want to backtrack again and say that, you know, you can sometimes find some really cool toys and figures that you don't necessarily have to pay, you know, go broke, or your wallet screaming, you know, because of what the price of a toy may be. You can sometimes find, like this, you know, good toys on sale, man, or, you know, or not necessarily priced like a Hot Toy or something from 3-0 or Prime One Studios or XM Studios. You know, you can find sometimes toys of a cheaper price but still look great. If that makes sense. I hope what I'm saying is making sense to you. And again, I found this thing for $14.99, bro. I'm just glad to have it in my collection, and it, to me, it stands in high quality as this here, which was a lot more price, a lot more pricier. You know, some of the other things that I have in my collection. I'm glad to have it. I'm not going to get the other two figures because, like I said, they look too Barbie-ish. But this right here looks incredibly awesome, and I'm really, really glad to have purchased it. So I hope that you've enjoyed. Oh, and I wanted to show this too. Hold on. I have another version of General OKOYE, and I've showed this before too. And this is from the Marvel Legends series. So there's Marvel Legends. It cost $60 to actually get this little figure here versus her, which is 30. And the reason why, because she was actually the part of when the Black Panther first came out. This was actually part of what was called a Build-A-Figure. So you had to buy like 6 different figures, you know, to actually put her together. So I wanted to show that too. So anyway, that's the video. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and tap the notification bell so you can get more videos like this as I post them immediately. All right, that's it. That's all, y'all. And again, check out the community section of my channel. You can comment there as well. Please try to keep, you know, your comments respectable, etc., etc., etc. All right. Okay. Thank you so much. Peace, love, and hair grease.